Hi guys, this is Ashley from TS Company _1 back with another reading on London on the Track and Summer Walker. Congratulations to Summer Walker and London on the Track. They just recently announced that they are having a baby. And then I'm also going to do another reading on Meek Mill career reading, basically, okay? So I just pulled these cards. It's a two-part reading. We're going to start with Summer Walker and London on the Track, and then we're going to go into Meek Mill, okay? Before we get into anything, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. And this reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only, okay? So the first card I got is the Page of Wands, okay? So what I'm getting from this card is that Summer wanted to wait to, I guess, tell people about the baby because she doesn't really want to be a baby mama, okay? I'm seeing that she really doesn't really want to be a baby mama. She really wanted to get married and then have children, but it just didn't work out that way. So she's kind of she's like, ugh, now I'm one of them, okay? Because she doesn't really like any of London of the Track's baby mothers. So what I'm getting is that she's like, now I'm one of them. Like, basically, she looked down on them for just being a baby mother, and now she is one because technically, even though she's in a relationship with London on the Track, she's not married. And from what it looks like from the outside looking in, is that they all were in relationships with London on the Track at one moment in time. So she knows that, like, because she doesn't have the ring, you know, if they break up, that's what exactly she's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So the Nine of Cups in reverse. So London on the Track definitely hasn't always been faithful. That's what I'm getting from the cards, guys. Don't be mad at me. I'm just getting it from the cards that he hasn't always been faithful towards Summer. I'm also saying that their relationship is probably not going to last. Now, I'm not wishing that upon them. I like Summer. I like London on the Track. Both talented people. But the relationship is definitely what you would call toxic, in a sense that London hasn't always been 100% faithful, and they do argue a lot. They do get into a lot of disagreements. Okay, so the Four of Cups in reverse. So what this is saying is that they do have more music coming out together. I'm seeing that London plays a very important role in Summer Walker's music career. Like, they're like, what you would call it? I wouldn't even say Jay-Z and Beyonce, because, like, he's in the studio with her, like, producing records, finding beats. Now, I don't know if Jay-Z does that for Beyonce, but it's like he'll make a whole beat from scratch, or her produce a whole record, get people to collaborate with Summer Walker. He goes like over the top, over and beyond for Summer Walker when it comes to her music, because they are in a relationship. So I do see that they do have more music coming out together. The Three of Swords. So this is definitely his baby mothers, and they do not like Summer at all, okay? As you probably know from the Shade Room, they don't really like Summer. I'm getting it because they feel like she's a liar. They don't feel like she tells the truth. I'm getting that they feel like she thinks that she's above people. And in the first card I got, I did get that Summer feels like, you know, they're not on her level, and that's why she didn't really want to be a baby mother, because she didn't want to be put in that category with them. But they feel like she's a liar, and that she thinks that she's above people, okay? So that's what I think he has what, like three baby mothers. That's how they feel about Summer. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. So what I'm getting from this card is that London might have, relations with one of the baby mothers. I don't know which one, but he's definitely um, having sex with one of them. Okay, that's what I'm getting from the cards. Now, don't get mad at me. That's just what I'm getting from the cards. The Death card in reverse. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that no one's gonna die, but their relationship will die. Okay. So once it's all said and done and the toxicness continues, Summer will end up leaving the relationship for good, but she'll probably already have the kid by then. Okay, it's probably not going to be recent. She's going to continue doing the back and forth, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, and then she's going to end the relationship once, the baby's probably here or towards the end of the pregnancy. The Two of Cups in reverse. So Summer does want to get married. Right now, in this present moment, Summer does want to get married. She wants to lock it down. So that way, basically, she would be a wife and not a baby mother. She would be a wife and not a baby mother. So she definitely wants to lock it down. The Ten of Swords. So what I'm getting from this card is that London on the track feels like his baby mothers, they stab him in the back by always going to the media with information. He feels like they do things for popularity gain on social media. He doesn't really trust them, or he doesn't really like them at all. Like, he's like, you guys always go to the shade room or Instagram and say things about me so that way, the blogs can pick it up. So that's one thing he doesn't like. He feels like it's like a stab in the back, like you're doing too much. Okay, so then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So what I'm getting from this card is that London, he's in love with Summer, but he doesn't really want to get married. Okay, so this is what I'm getting from this card. Like, he's in love with Summer. He does have feelings for her, but he doesn't want to get married. He feels like it's going to kind of set him back. He feels like it's going to set him back. A lot of men believe, like, if you get married, the relationship changes. So he feels like it's going to set him back, like the relationship is going to be different once they get married. The Two of Swords in reverse. So Summer doesn't really trust London all the way, 100%. Summer feels like he lies a lot, and she feels like he tells the baby moms one thing and then tells her another thing. So she doesn't really trust him 100%. That's what I'm getting from this card, okay? So that was a quick reading on Summer Walker in London on the track. Now we're about to move over to Meek Mill, and this is a career reading, okay? So we're going to see what's going on with Meek Mill career-wise. So the first card I got is the Tower card. And basically what I'm getting from this card is that Meek Mill's a little worried right now. He's a little worried. I'm seeing that he's worried because the music he's been releasing hasn't really gained any attention. And people have to realize the labels care about charts. An artist may not care about charts, but the labels definitely do care about the charts. And I believe he's signed to Atlantic, and they care about charts, okay? Atlantic has Cardi B, Bruno Mars, They used to have Trey's songs, and then he went to a different label, but they care about charts heavily at Atlantic. Okay, so he's a little worried. Okay, right now because the last couple songs that he's been releasing haven't really gained any attention. It didn't do too well in the charts, so he's a little worried right now because when you don't do well in the charts, that all decides if your album should come out um, at all. That's what they decide by the singles. So if you release singles and the singles don't do well, they might try to scrap your album. Okay, they might be like, oh well, should we put out an album? No, not really. Okay, so that's how these record labels work. The Page of Swords. So Meek Mill is trying to find his niche in music. He's trying to do, I would say, not a different sound, but trying to do different type of songs. That way he appeals to the younger generation. Because I believe Meek Mill's, what, 35, 36? And so he's trying to appeal to the younger generation. So he's going to try to do different type of songs. And he usually does songs with younger artists anyway. But he's going to continue trying to collaborate with like Roddy Ricch, The Baby, Lil Baby, Drake, popping artists, so that way he can still have his ear to the younger generation. The King of Cups in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting from this card is he's upset with you know who, because he feels like he doesn't get the promotion or the backing like Megan the Stallion gets, because he's signed to Atlantic, the label, but he's also has a management deal with Rock Nation. So I'm saying that he feels like, certain artists get pushed, but he doesn't get that push musically. He feels like right now it's all eyes on Megan, so he's not happy with who about that. He feels like, all Rock Nation cares about right now is Megan. That's just what I'm getting from the cards, guys. So don't get mad at me. I'm getting it from the cards that he feels like all they care about is Megan Thee Stallion right now. Okay, so then I got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, he plans on releasing new music probably early next year or, mid next year. He wants to release more music. He doesn't want to quit rap. He doesn't want to quit rap at all, okay? He wants to he's going to take it to the long haul. Like, he wants to be the next Jay-Z. He will still be putting out music even if he was in his 50s or 40s. Like, he wants to have that type of longevity. The Seven of Cups. Okay, so Meek Mill is seeing a bunch of women right now, but nothing too serious. I'm seeing could be just like, IG models or something like that. But he is seeing a bunch of women right now. The Empress card, okay? So what I'm getting from this card is that him and Megan have talked about doing collaboration, but nothing has came to the forefront yet. But they have talked about doing a collaboration, him and Megan Thee Stallion, okay? The Page of Cups, right here, okay? So the Page of Cups. So what I'm getting here is that Meek feels like he doesn't get his just due in hip hop. He feels like people kind of overlook his work, and he doesn't get the recognition that he deserves to get. So that's what I'm getting from this card. He feels like he's not getting his flowers, his just due. Like, he feels like everybody else, like Drake, Wayne, Nicki, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, they all get your recognition, their just due, but he don't get his recognition. the Judgment card right here. So what I'm getting from this card is that Meek feels like he definitely um gets, I guess, a lot of scrutiny in the public eye. He feels like people judge him easily for no reason. So he tries to tread lightly with a lot of stuff, but he feels like people judge him or he gets a lot of scrutiny for no reason. That's another thing. He's very sensitive about when people say certain things about him, and he doesn't want to be looked at as a flop artist. The Eight of Cups. So what I'm getting from this card is that Meek recently signed a very lucrative deal. He might have gotten a lot of money from his label, and that's why he's a little worried about his singles not doing well because if you don't perform well, I don't know how the label works once they already giving you the money. Maybe somebody can tell me, but I don't know if he thinks he has to give the money back or if he's gonna get I guess dropped from the label. But that's probably why he's a little worried because I'm seeing he signed a good deal recently, and that could be the reason why he's a little worried about his singles not performing well in the charts. Because if you get a bunch of money and the singles don't perform well, what happens? I don't know. I can't tell you. Maybe they drop him. Maybe they ask him for the money back. I don't know. I'm not in the record label. I gotta ask somebody because I do know a few people that work in record labels. So I'm gonna ask somebody. But if you guys know, you guys can tell me in the comments. But that's probably why he's a little worried about his singles not performing well. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. So yeah, he's been asking you know who for advice. He's been asking you know who for advice, like what should I do? Maybe we can do a record together. I'm seeing that he's also been asking Drake for more features. He's really not trying to be a flop artist. And I'm not calling him a flop, but I'm just saying in his mind he's thinking that he is a flop. When your singles don't perform well, you know, people call them flops nowadays. Okay, so then the last card, the Star card. Meek really wants to be mainstream. He really wants to be mainstream. He really wants to be like a pop rap artist like Drake, like Kendrick. And he just hasn't been out at that status yet. So he really wants to be like a global superstar. Okay? So that was another quick reading on Meek Mill. And if you like the reading, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to turn on post notifications. And this reading is strictly for entertainment purposes only.